What's up, people? We're back with the weekly recap, and today, what's up, people? We're back with another weekly recap. This week was pretty boring and honestly pretty stupid. I made a few more stupid mistakes. And so this recap video may be maybe a little juicy, just because I have made a lot of mistakes, last week, this week, and kind of I've made a lot of mistakes that maybe a lot of you guys can relate to. Maybe a lot of these same mistakes you're having that are keeping you held down, and I would like to really just kind of relate with the people in my comments, or in who are viewing this video, that have dealt with these same issues that I have dealt with and been dealing with. But if you guys are new, I just recently, 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe three now, got my first ever payout, and it was a 4K payout. And since then, I've blown every account. I blew the buffer. I had a 5.4K buffer with one winning day needed, and I blew that entire account. That sounds freakishly crazy to me, that even happened. And then I had another account with a 4K buffer, and I blew that account. And then this week, I have been kind of on evals off and on. Well, I got an eval pass for the first of the week, and then Tuesday or something, I made 1,000 on it. So I passed it Monday. I made 1,000 on it Tuesday, and then Wednesday I blew the entire account. And so there is a pattern that we can easily see here, is that I am not being patient, and I am being stupid on the Express account. And I know exactly why I'm doing this, and that's really what we're going to focus on coming into this next week, which is that I'm being impatient, and I'm treating these Express accounts way too loosely, because I think, like, in my head, like, I can think back to when I'm blowing these accounts. I just kind of go on tilt, and I think that I'm wasting my time if I'm not getting at least a winning day, or at least building a buffer. So like if I've already got a buffer built, I think that it's a waste of time if I don't get a winning day, or if I don't have a buffer built, then I think it's a waste of time not to get a buffer built the first day that I trade the account. And so that has led me to blow all of the the buffers that I've had, and inevitably has kept me from taking more payouts. And it really sucks. And I know that a lot of people out there deal with this too, and I know I'm not the only one. So it's not a pity party. It's just something that has to be fixed, and something that has to be took into account. And so I think that getting that payout, my first ever payout, this month, which is at the start of this month, was a really great thing for me to kind of show proof of concept, and to kind of show me that, hey, that this is possible. This is, you are going to make this work, because I had went 8 months without anything, and without any type of feedback telling me that this was going to work out eventually. And so that payout really helped in that aspect. However, it has led to new psych issues, which, like I had said, were just being impatient, thinking that it's just all a waste of time unless I'm making progress every second of making progress daily, and just trying to rush things, and trying to be overconfident, and going in sizing way too heavy, and not sticking to my rules, and taking off my loss limit. Like, after how I blew the first 5.4K buffer after I got the payout, was I hit my 300 loss limit, and I had 9 winning days in a row. That 10th day, which would have been my, to be able to request another, 2 point something to 3K payout, I hit 300 loss limit instantly, and then I took the limit off, moved it to 500 lost that down to 500, lost instantly. Then I took the whole limit off and blew 1,600 in that day, and then I locked out, and it was the worst day. Then we come into the next week, and I ended up blowing the whole account. So not sticking to my rules and being impatient and being silly has led me to not be able to take payouts when I should have. And it's very frustrating. And I've definitely been kind of working on that. Obviously, this week we still made a mistake. We blew $1,000 buffer that we had built on a really solid trade. It's in the recap if you guys want to see that. It's one of these days in the week. You can go back and look. But um, I mean, I'm just shooting myself in the foot. It's like I know how to trade. I have good market discretion. I'm just not following my rules, like the rules that I set in place. I set these rules in place to protect myself, and then I break these rules when the market time comes. So it's like I'm just not trusting myself. Like I've got to trust myself when I set these rules in place. And so that's really what we're going to work on this week. And I mean, yeah, I really like for this week, I want to focus on not rushing, being patient, not trading like an eval. I mean, like, because, you guys may know, on my evals, I just go in with 30 contracts, 30 micros. And I have a really high win rate on my evals. I pass evals very quickly, but on express accounts, it's different. And so I just can't trade my expresses like an eval exactly. I still will risk, I still want to risk 10 to 20 on a like on a great setup that I was patient for and waited for. I just want to, once I've built, like, taking these good trades, like I want to know when to set out, when to be, like last week Wednesday. So I made my $1,000 buffer on Tuesday and blew the account on Wednesday. Before market on Wednesday, we had FOMC coming into the day on Wednesday, and I had thought to myself, and I'd said I probably shouldn't trade today because normally on FOMC days the AM sessions poop because FOMC is in the evening, and that's when price is volatile. So normally in the morning we consolidate. What did we do? We consolidate, and so I blew the account, and it's like I knew better. And so it's just really frustrating, but and I know this is like I said, this is probably a juicy video, but it's just because there's a lot that's been going on due to the $4,000 payout, and I just wanted to be real with you guys and myself because this is my journal, that there's a lot to improve on. And obviously, like, and here's the thing, I just want to be level with you guys. Like, trading has like not been on the forefront of my mind, which is a good thing, but like I don't get excited to trade anymore. Like literally, like trading, I mean, I've been doing this for 9 months, and I feel like I'm at a point now where it's like trading is just not something I'm like excited about at all. um, and I don't even think about it hardly at all, which is a good thing. And if I can just pair that with consistency and patience and rule following, I'll see so much more progress than I am, because I've really just been shooting myself in the foot for the past 2 weeks and like setting myself back, and it's been really really annoying. But I know that this is going to work out. I know that trading will work out. It's like I will never give up. There is not that. That's not in me to give up. I like in my head I'm unstoppable. Like there is nothing that could stop me. I will never give up until I see through my dreams. And so I know that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and it's just about fighting through all the adversity and all the things that come with, becoming a profitable trader consistently. And so that's really where I'm at with my journey. I hope that this video can inspire and maybe be relatable and used as kind of like a crutch in a way, like not in a crutch in a bad way, like in a crutch of where you can watch this and kind of, you know, subside in my own dumb mistakes and kind of feel a little bit better and maybe a little more relieved that you aren't alone in this journey. And so that's kind of where we're at. I think that's enough yap for this video, but yeah, that's weekly recap episode 10. We are 10 weeks in to this series of just posting a day, a trade recap every day, and then a weekly recap every Sunday. So I'm super excited. I know my channel's growing. We're getting more followers. I think we're at 24. We started obviously at 0 in January, so 3 months in, we're already at 25, 24 subs, and it's going good. So I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's trade recap, which will probably just be about either passing or failing an eval. So I'll see you guys.